Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Akron's hottest and fastest growing show, 330 to go. I'm your host, Hank Forrester, coming to you live from somewhere in parts unknown in Wadsworth, Ohio. Tonight's episode is brought to us once again by LaBelle's Barber Parlor. LaBelle's is located inside what is now known as the East End, which are the Goodyear historical buildings. Their state-of-the-art facility boasts big screen TVs, a coffee bar, and compressed air at every station. It's like being in a hunting lodge living room. They've recently added their staff and now have more availability, so call 330-472-0497 and tell them Hank sent you. You can find them on Facebook and online as well, and boy, do they make guys look good. Special shout out to Chef Dick down at Chop and Swizzle. Every Wednesday night they do 330 Akron, all Akron food night. And they have specials going on right now, so hopefully they're tuning in at Chop and Swizzle, so hello to those folks. Also, big announcements coming from 330 Universe. This Friday, Buzz Andrews goes live for the first time, episode 1 of the Hop and Bean. That's coming to you live from a special event that he's recently posted. So make sure that you check out our newest show, Hop and Bean, and that is with 330 to go. They're our second show now that we're starting. And also with that, we also did another thing, and that's with Alexa, okay? I posted this last week, and I'm nervous about it because it goes live in July, but we're already up and running. We're now going to be an Alexa-approved flash briefing skill. So starting in July every morning, you're going to be able to get the fun version of local news and daily specials just by asking Alexa for your 330 to go morning minute flash briefing. Make sure you enable that skill on Alexa before the program begins. We're going to be going over all kinds of fun things to do in the 330 and specials where you could go to get food deals all throughout the area code. If you own a restaurant, please contact us and to be a part of that program. We'll be happy to pub you guys. Okay? So right now, folks, here we are. We are at Catalyst Farm. Okay? It's like in the border area of Copley, Medina, Wadsworth. It's in that little pocket on Ridgewood Road, okay? So Catalyst Farm, today we have the privilege to join the folks here at Catalyst Farm on Ridgewood Road. Again, it's between Medina Line Road and Route 94. Catalyst Farm is a unique therapy facility that offering farm-based therapy services, okay? They see the entire farm as one big clinic, and with everything from animals to gardening and even completing barn chores, there's so much fun to be had while working toward therapy goals. So right now, without further ado, here we are live. I'd like to introduce you to the owner. Big round of applause from our studio audience. Let's hear it for Jillian Pelland, everybody. All right, so and again, you can talk to me, but you look at the camera too, all right? Okay. It's hard to remember that, right?
Yeah.
All right, so the first question I always ask is, tell us your Akron story. Tell us your Akron upbringing. What's your Akron story? Where you're from, where you've been, etc.
Okay. So I grew up in Kent and ended up at Walsh Jesuit High School where I met my husband.
Boo. I went to Hoban.
Oh,
so
no. We didn't talk
about that part, but go on.
Okay.
All right.
So he grew up in Fairlawn, and he has a family business here, so I always knew after college we'd end up back here. And so we started our family in the West Akron, Fairlawn Heights area, and we lived out there until we bought the farm about 5 years ago.
So what inspired you to buy a farm?
I have always loved farm animals, and I am a therapist, and I believe and understand the therapeutic benefit of a farm setting, and I always just kind of wanted to intermingle those things. And it was one of those things, it was like, one day when the kids are older, let's talk about doing this. And one day I was driving down the street and saw this farm for sale, and I called my husband and said, what do you think? We came to take a look and dove right in.
There wasn't a massaging of that at all? It was just like a dive right in?
No, it was basically like, here are my 20 ideas of things we should do, and this was the one he bid on.
Okay, so from a trade orientation standpoint, though, what do you do personally? What's your job as far as?
I'm an occupational therapist.
Okay.
I worked in the hospitals and rehab facilities, did some home and community health, and then I took a hiatus and stayed home to raise the kids for about 9 years. But now I'm back at it. So I'm an occupational therapist. I own the practice, barn manager, mother of 4. yada yada.
So I'm assuming that this is a farm, right?
Yes.
It's a big deal. It's
is.
not like, hey, let's just cut the lawn.
Right.
There are things to do. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you went into that venture, who helps you with it? Do you have a staff? Do you have the kids help? Husband.
That's so funny.
Okay.
No. Well, my daughters will help a lot because they love it down here. My sons would probably rather die. My husband, he helps with like maintenance type things here and there, but it's just not his thing. But I have an amazing volunteer who comes Monday through Thursday because she loves it, and she helps out with a lot of the just chores and things. And then we do have a staff person on the weekends to take care of the animals because with the 4 kids and their activities, I can't do it. But I do as much as I can on my own because I love it.
Now, I asked you initially when we were on the phone, what is your clientele? Who do you serve? What is the reason for the farm? What does it do?
We serve. We say 3 to 23, but it's primarily a pediatric practice, but we do serve like the young adult population as well. So we have occupational, physical, speech therapy, and counseling. And anybody in our age range that needs those services can come here and receive their therapy here. So like you said in the intro, the farm is our clinic. So we're like an outpatient clinic, just we happen to be on the farm.
Someone had asked me when I put that up a week ago, is there anything like this around town for adults?
I do not know of one, and certainly we have considered the idea of branching out at some point to be all ages. Right now we're trying to just focus on kids and wrap our heads around that because we're only about 2 years old,
Okay.
2.5.
Okay.
But you know, I have a real hard time with the age limit thing because I just want to help the people who need help, and so that's how we ended up in young adults because a family of a young adult called and said I think they'd benefit, and so I said, well then we'll make it work because I just hate to turn anyone away because I know how helpful it is.
Okay. Well, let's take a look at the farm. I mean,
Okay.
we're right here at the entrance. This is the waiting room area.
Yep.
Let's take a look over here, Moon Man. I mean, let's start right over here. I got a picture of the kids holding these guys. Who are our guests over here?
This is the tortoise and hare house. So we've got 2 bunnies and a tortoise. I can't even see.
He's probably hiding in
He's
the
hiding.
house.
And the kids will come in here a lot and try to catch the bunnies, which is definitely the bunny's favorite thing. And Franklin, the tortoise, actually loves the attention. I know that's weird, and everyone asks me how I know it. I just do. I just know it.
Nice.
And yeah, so this is where they live in the most of the year. When it gets real cold, we take them in. Oh, there's Franklin. He's trying to climb up the fence right there.
Is he really? Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Franklin.
Franklin.
He's named after that cartoon?
He's named after the cartoon.
That's cute. All right,
And
so
then
there's Franklin.
yeah, where the other bunny is.
That's funny. All right, so let's take a walk, guys. Just so you know, 3-3 audience, my kids are with us tonight. They wanted to be able to see the farm too, so we're gonna take a walk.
So this is our waiting room area. So as a parent of 4 children, I know how painful it can be sometimes. You have to take one kid to something and then drag the other kids with you. So I tried to make this as comfortable as possible. We've got, obviously a little sitting area, and then we have a playroom back here.
Oh, you got a playroom. I didn't even go back here.
Yeah, the siblings like to come and play back here when their sibling is in therapy. We also let the siblings kind of walk around with their parents and interact with the animals as well, so that it's enjoyable for everybody.
Okay, I get it now. So in other words, while a kid is out getting therapy somewhere on the farm, their family's here. They can hang out in the waiting room.
Yep, they can hang out here on the picnic table, or even walk around the property.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, cool. All right, you guys ready to go for a walk?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, sure. Let it go.
This is our indoor arena.
Okay.
Currently equipped with a giant ladder, so we can try to find
We're gonna try and
the
rescue.
nest for these tiny
There
baby birds.
there were some baby birds that had fallen out.
We're gonna try to.
Some
stick
baby
them back
birds
in
fell
there.
out, so we're gonna try and get them up in their nest here in a little
Yeah.
bit.
So the arena we use
Okay.
in cold weather, or if it's raining, it's
Why?
heated, so we can do plenty in here. Our PT loves to come in here and have the kids run, especially running in the sand. It's different than running on hard ground. We'll have them jump over things, climb over things, pretend that they're horses in there.
Okay.
We do the same in our outdoor arena. We have little like stick horses that we'll have the kids run the horses with and jump over the horse jumps and those sorts of things, so that's fun.
Okay.
Then over here is our clinic and another indoor space, so it allows us to work year round, not just in the nice weather. So we'll do a more traditional type therapy session in here. For the OTs, we can do a lot of tabletop activities. We've got a little kitchenette, so we can do things like cooking. We've got the therapy table. Our PTs use that quite a bit. The rug area, so we can do anything that you would see in a traditional setting. We can do in here as well. A lot of times we'll do a combination. We'll do some of the stuff in here and some of the stuff on the farm, and sometimes we do it all on the farm. Rarely ever do we have a parent request only traditional things, but we can do that in here if we need to. It's heated.
How do you go about setting goals?
So we do an evaluation when the patients first start, and we really try to make the parents part of the team here. So we take the evaluation summary, and we also, part of that is having the parents write up a narrative of what issues they're concerned with, and we put all that together and create measurable goals that we work on in the sessions.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What are your typical hours? When do you guys open and all that?
We open at 9, and sorry, is that hard to hear? And then we've had sessions go as late as 8 o'clock. We really are pretty flexible and accommodate the family schedule as much as we can.
Okay.
So yeah, our general hours are like 9 a.m. to about 6 p.m., but we can go later than that if needed.
Okay, so where are we in now?
This is the barn.
Okay.
Again, it's a heated space, so in the winter, we can come in here and work. We don't heat it like a normal room. It can be about 40 degrees or so, but it helps to take the chill off so that we can utilize it more.
This is huge.
It is huge.
Was this part
It's too much.
Was this part of the? Was this part of the deal? Like when you bought the property?
Yeah, when we bought the property, it was a boarding facility, and we kept the boarding facility for about 3 years or so. I thought you were my daughter, sorry. Can you answer that question for me? And the boarding operation really helped us learn the ins and outs of running a facility this large. But it just got hard to prioritize both businesses. So in March, we ended up asking the boarders to leave, which was sad. But now we can focus solely on the therapy, which has been wonderful.
Okay.
So this is the cross tie area. We'll bring the horses in here. And actually, I thought my girls were gonna have horses up here. But you hook them up in here. So the kids will groom them. We even have the kids paint on the horses sometimes. This is also where we put the tack on before they ride and things. So we do a lot of different things in here.
Okay. Now, silly question, okay?
Yeah, no.
Again, I don't know.
Silly questions.
I don't know any of this stuff. I'm totally out. How do you get on a horse?
Well, it depends. It depends on if you can reach the stirrup or not.
Right.
But there's like right over here, those black steps. That's
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Yeah, so you'll climb up on there.
It's like a horse mount.
Yeah, I climb up there, and then I rarely ride though.
Okay.
Sometimes they ride bareback and they just hop on.
Okay.
They're young. When I was young, I could hop on too, but
now
I need lots of ladders.
All right.
This is our counseling room.
Okay.
So again, generally they're out with the animals, but this is a nice private space where they can go to talk. We're shopping for new lights because these lights are fading.
It's like something I saw.
Yeah, it's a little much. So they can come in here, they can work at the table, they can work at the chairs. They've talked about doing a little yoga class in here. So again, another heated space that allows them a little privacy if they want it, because we understand counseling's different than like the medical therapy that we do. So
in other words, if they need like a quick break, they come in here.
Yeah, or if they want to talk about something real private,
okay,
and if they don't want everybody on the front to hear, they can use this space here.
All right, so are these all their names?
Yes, the
right.
only one who doesn't have a name on her stall is Harriet, because we are fostering her right now, about to adopt her.
So we got Jet,
Yeah.
Bo, Who's this one here?
That's Rooster.
Rooster.
Oh, Jet broke his stall guard, so I'm not gonna leave his open.
right.
But we've got 5 horses that we can use.
Hold on, get the one over there. Who's this one?
That one's Harriet.
This is Harriet.
So once
this
we adopt her,
This
we'll
is
do it.
Gus.
This is Gus.
My dad's name is Gus.
Is it?
Okay.
Our daughter's name is trust building.
Okay.
That you have to do, and you have to watch your body language and those sorts of things. To be able to have the animal be able to trust
So
you.
the small one that I thought was approachable is afraid of us.
Yes.
Fantastic. All right.
Hey, how about this thoroughbred? You want to get on the thoroughbred? This is our most bomb-proof horse.
Okay.
Bomb-proof means you can do basically anything and he's not going to care. This is Rooster. And Rooster, we just found out, has Cushing's, which is a tumor on his pituitary gland, so he can't eat grass right now, so he's not super happy.
Okay.
So we've been giving him lots of extra attention. If you ever want to come visit the farm and give Rooster some attention, he would love it.
He's
kind of bored.
You guys want to pet the horse?
Yeah.
Go ahead. You have a question?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
How did you name the horses?
Rooster came with his name. Bo, we had a naming contest. We put a bunch of names out and chose a winner. Jet came with his name. Gus is because I love the show Psych. If you've never seen it,
Okay.
you have to watch it. And one of the characters' name is Gus. And Harriet is because my 13-year-old is obsessed with Harry Styles and wanted a Harry Styles related.
Licky?
Oh yeah,
So we just
he's
did it?
very licky.
Okay.
Our Rooster's very, very licky.
What do they eat? Oats and.
They eat hay and we give him grain, but and then the grass, which he's not allowed to eat right now.
Okay. So you had made a statement. Honey, can you watch the baby, please?
She's fine.
All right. I'm just nervous. Okay.
She's fine.
I'm just nervous. All right. You had made a statement about Harry being a thoroughbred. Explain that. What's that all about?
Yeah, so she's a thoroughbred, but she is, as far as we know, she's not an off-track thoroughbred. I don't believe she ever raced.
Okay.
But she is from Happy Trails Sanctuary, and we are fostering her. She's just doing that because
She's
when they
twitching.
feel a fly on them, it twitches and it makes the fly away. So when you touch her unexpectedly, she's just gonna twitch a little bit.
Okay.
So we're fostering her with the plan to adopt. So she will become a new addition.
It's a big horse, and I'm guessing Harry is very powerful.
Yes.
I would think that Harriet would
she's
like
our feistiest for
Harriet
sure.
would like to run.
Yes.
I would
She
think.
is not quite ready for therapy work yet.
Okay.
But she's very, very sweet. But I wouldn't.
No. I mean, you can just tell the difference, right?
Yeah.
And then who was the
she's
one?
young.
Jet.
Jet. He's a super sweet boy. He's a paint horse. His temperament is perfect for therapy, but he's kind of tall, so we don't use him a lot for mounted stuff. But most of what we do is not actually on the horse.
Okay.
Most of what we do is on the ground. Groundwork is what it's called. Like brushing and grooming and those sorts of things.
All right. So, how do people start the process?
They would email or call.
Hold on. What's he doing? TV time on. Go ahead. Just don't scare the horse, guys. Just don't scare the horse.
Me.
No, just keep your hand on her. Just keep your hand. There you go. Just like that. Just don't get up in there.
Don't get up in there.
There you go.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. All right. So the question I asked was, how do people get involved initially? What's the cost structure? How does it work?
Okay, so to start up here, you can call or email or actually get a lot of Facebook messages, which is so funny. It's like a new age for business.
Well, yeah.
You wouldn't think. When I
Wait, you're on.
I know.
What are we doing right now?
I know. It's just so funny. My husband's like, I don't know if you can be talking to patients' families over Facebook. I'm like, well, it's the way they do it now.
Yeah.
So, so I get Facebook messages, emails, phone calls, all that information is on our website, which is catalystfarm.com, or on our Facebook page. And then we start with just some intake information, diagnosis, age, general goals, and insurance.
Okay.
And then we set up an eval. So to answer your question about payment, it is a covered service, just like anything with insurance.
Okay. Move in. What do we got? We got a ruckus here.
This is the chicken coop. The chickens are by far every child's favorite animal on the farm. Everybody thinks they're coming for horses, and then they don't want to leave the chickens. So this is their coop where they come to hide from us and to sleep and lay their eggs.
And they fit
through
that
tiny
square hole over there?
I had to make that hole so tiny because our goat kept fitting through and eating their grain.
Over there.
So they have to squeeze their fat little butts through that hole.
You see it right there? And how do they get up top there?
They hop up, they come from the other side and hop up a couple things.
What's that cage in the corner?
That is a hay drop. So this was originally a horse stall, so that's where the hay goes for the horse to eat. But they used to lay eggs in there. I went in there one time and like 3 dozen eggs were on the ground smashed because they fell out. I didn't know they were laying.
Keep your wires away from them, Moomin.
Yeah.
And then who's this guy?
This one I have to look at his face. This one is Piggy Smalls.
Piggy Smalls.
And that one is Snoop Hogg.
Snoop Hogg.
And
they got Compton represented
yes,
in their barn.
yeah.
The snout chaser.
This is Sunny.
What?
And that's Merlin.
What's the type of sweater that Piggy wears?
Coogee.
The Coogee sweater. And who are the goats?
This is Sunny, and that's Merlin, and this is Toto.
Okay.
And we've got 2 sheep who are probably hiding out there. I can show you where they are.
Okay.
And all these guys came to us as babies. We bottle fed everybody but the pigs.
Is that sheep?
Oh yeah, that's Frank. I know we've got 2 Franks, but this Frank came first, and then we had to name this horse Franklin, obviously.
Now, obviously, you know, when we go to Young's Jersey Dairy, where my wife's from, down in Dayton, and we can feed the goats. So you put like a thing in, 10 cents dog food, all that, whatever. Is that part of the therapy? Do you guys feed them?
We keep a bin of treats over here.
Okay.
Currently, we've got some Cheez-Its and carrots.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm always throwing veggies at them. The kids love to feed them.
But right now, we can actually go in with them on the other side, right?
Oh yeah, that little guy out there, that's Will. He's our black sheep. He's our mascot. That's Will.
The black sheep mascot.
Yeah. I'm really trying to get it to catch on for people to say we're using our willpower, but so far I'm the only one who says it.
That's funny.
So if you could make that happen.
All right, Sierra, you had a question about how many animals?
Oh yeah. How many animals are on this farm?
I am going to guesstimate around 45.
45.
But that's including like every fish, every chicken. We've got 3 goats, 2 sheep, 2 pigs, 5 horses, 2 cats, 3 dogs. I don't even know how many chickens anymore. I just keep
All right, so we're heading out this way, right?
Yeah. So this is what I call the petting zoo.
Okay.
Just because it's easier than naming all of the animals. So the kids will come out here. On Monday we had a kid who would only come this far.
Okay.
This is as close as he wanted to get to the animals. And then by today he was in there.
Okay.
So we let them go at their own pace to an extent. We always are pushing them to go a little bit past their comfort zone, but not to the point where they're terrified.
Okay. So now we can go in here,
Yeah,
right?
we can go in here. So the trickiest part is not letting them out.
Yeah.
So I open it just a little bit, and they're all going to squeeze through, and it's also hard to not let Toto slam the door on you because she's strong.
Coming in here, honey? Okay, so I'm now in with the animals.
Yep. Somebody lick him.
There's no barrier. Don't let her fall in the mud over there. Addie, come here. Addie, come here.
don't
Your
get muddy.
shoes. Those are new shoes from Grandma. She's gonna not be happy that they're in the video. Addie, no, not there.
I'm gonna wash them.
Okay, go there. All right, so hey, we're now in.
Toto's the boss.
We're now in with the animals.
Yeah.
There's no longer a barrier between me and them.
Right.
All right. So the question I had written a question down, and it is why don't scare the chickens. When you're not doing this, who takes care of all this? Like example, you got to go on vacation. Then what happens?
Well, that all changed when we got rid of boarding, because when we had boarding, there were always people here. So that's been somewhat of a challenge, but luckily I have great therapists who love to come help out. My amazing volunteer loves to come help out. I've hired like our weekend help. He's going to come and help out while we're out of town. So I just have to kind of, piecemeal people who are comfortable, because some people are comfortable with these animals, but not the horses.
Okay.
So I piecemeal that.
Is she an alpha?
She, and yes.
She? I mean, she's like all up in my grill.
Yeah, she's the alpha.
It's like she knows that I'm doing this right now.
I know what you're talking about.
She's the only girl besides the chick. All the chickens are girls, but she's the only girl non-chicken.
Okay.
Everybody else is a boy.
You're ignoring
She's
her.
trying to bite my. Am I supposed to pet her?
Yeah, I love it.
Here. Is that what you want? Is that what you want? Is that what you want?
Hey, you got it.
Oh, there's eggs.
Is that what you want?
And they're pecking at it.
Yeah, they here, I'll show you. They
She
love
is-
to eat their eggs.
She is not this.
That's good.
Animal. This animal's not happy with me right now.
This is.
I don't want her to jump up. What happens? I don't want to get my butt kicked by a goat on live television.
The chickens love to eat their own eggs.
So, we got all the people sign up. All right. So the one question that I asked you on the phone: how do you measure the success of the people involved?
So just like any clinic, we're constantly evaluating during sessions
Cool.
while we're working with them. You know, we start much below their baseline from where they score on the evaluation and kind of work our way up. And we're documenting every session, and we do reevaluation, we do progress reports. So, and we're communicating with the parents. I've even included a parent satisfaction survey in some of my goals where the parent is asked, do you feel that they have improved in this area? Because like I said before, the parent input is super important to us here. And so sometimes the goal is just that the parent feels satisfied with where they are.
Is there ever a point where you say, you're done?
Not yet.
Okay.
I mean, definitely that happens for sure. But with us being such a new clinic.
Like where they graduate or
Yeah,
something like that?
yeah, that happens. But with us being so new, and especially with pediatrics, a lot of the kids that we see, they might have issues for many years to come, and the issues change as they transition to different age groups. So they may be able to graduate and then have to come back when they're a teen.
Keep going.
I don't think you were meant for the farm.
Roll tape. Keep going.
So,
Which
yeah.
is they're like, it's like they know. It's
Yeah,
like they know. And
they
they're
do.
like all up. See? They're like, just like.
Yeah, because
All right,
they
relax.
never do this with the kids.
Relax, guys.
They're
I'm right
hunting.
here. I'm right here. Like they smell fear.
Yeah.
All right. So, dude. Seriously.
Get it, Toto.
Oh my gosh. All right. So, all right. So, the hell with it. How do we measure?
We do a lot of winging it here.
All right, measure. All right, so then, point being, all right. So now, what's the best method to get a hold of you? You said they could Facebook message you, they could call.
Email.
Again, folks, this is local. It's right here. We're right tucked in around Copley, Medina, Wadsworth area. I'm watching my 6 right now, and he's biting my pants. Right. What would be the last thing that you want to share with our audience tonight?
I really just want to get the word out about our services. We've grown mostly through word of mouth, which has been amazing. I'm honored that we've grown so well with just word of mouth. But these animals and this property just really do a wonder for motivation for the kids to work on their goals. I've seen the same kids in one setting and on the farm, and their motivation to work on whatever I'm asking them to work on is just 100% different. Because they don't even usually realize they're doing therapy because they're just here to play on the farm. So it's a really highly motivating, highly dynamic setting, and we would love to serve the kids of the area. And we do not have a waiting list at this time and can sign up anytime.
Okay. All right. Well, once again, folks, we've had a lot of fun spending some time with you here tonight.
Have you though?
I have. I've got mud. I got the chew marks. I got bite marks right here to prove it. Look at that. Look at he nod. She nod. Toto nod my clipboard. All right. So once again, we've had some fun with you here tonight. Please tell me if there's something coming up behind me. Hopefully you've gained some better insight into the therapy options that exist for children right here in the local area. Next week, we're going to tackle another tough topic as we take a more in-depth look at the opiate crisis from a Northeast Ohio perspective, as we got Raynard coming in from the Packard Institute. Until then, folks, I don't know where I'm going, but there ain't no sense in being late. Everybody, you guys ready? Say goodnight, Shirley.
Good night, Shirley!
Do you want to live here?
I got chewed on by a goat.
Yes, I do.
I got chewed on by a goat.
And you live to tell the tale.
Oh my gosh, Toto don't like me.
Toto loves you. She's showing her love.
That's it. That's it. Don't fall in the mud, please.
Yeah, there's
All right,
not
man.
everywhere.
Sign off, man.
Hold on, stay right there.
Don't go in there, son. Piggy Smalls.
That one's Snoop Dogg.
Can I go in here? Go in.
This is a female restaurant.
No, don't go there. I'm saying no. I'm saying no. Guys, if the pigs get you, then I'm not coming at the same.
They've all been neutered so that they maintain like
Daddy wants the money.